Apparently, Antoine had roommates in his 5-bedroom apartment that at first didn't know they were also rooming with a whole tiger.
How? Bro, no, my thing is, yeah.
Is the tiger not raw?
My thing is,
It's like,
keep that
sorry,
tiger
I was
in there.
watching Disney. Yeah, that was just a Disney. Unorthodox reactions, unorthodox intro. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you for checking in again with us. We're back again with another unorthodox reaction.
Cool.
This time we are reacting to
Casual Geographics, aka Hood
Black
Nature.
people. Oh, sorry,
Why you should avoid dead elephants? Why elephants?
Why would we not avoid dead anything?
Because it's dead and it's not threatening you.
Nah.
It's probably the easiest.
Maybe he's talking about this lion being weird and.
Nah, I think he's talking about the fact that it's gonna attract predators because it's a dead carcass. And
let's see who's right. Let's see who's right.
I feel like I am, but sure. Yeah. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
If you can't see it in 3 seconds, you're already dead. Right,
I'm dead.
Did you find it? Oh, not the lion. I meant the hyena inside. So
what
people don't realize is that lions actually.
See, I was right. There you go.
Where is it?
There, you see the teeth? So
I thought that's what I saw. Yeah.
There's the teeth.
Oh, not the lion. I meant the hyena inside. So what a lot of people don't realize is that lions actually steal from hyenas more than hyenas do to them. And lions hate hyenas so much
lions
that
are a bunch of scavengers.
To paralyze them and then just leave them to die. And in return, hyenas turn any lion cubs they find into chalk outlines. Lions and hyenas are like a Mormon couple before marriage. They do not with each other.
So then freaking Lion King was a lie, because how was, what's his name, the leaders of the hyenas?
Who?
Was Scar?
Oh.
I don't know his name.
Yeah, because he persuaded them to go after the lions.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll lead you guys to the lions.
I don't really see a hyena listening to a lion, though. But, you know,
you never know.
I don't really know lion politics like that.
To be fair, animals don't speak.
When hyena was feeding on an elephant corpse
you
and
don't
7
know.
male lions pulled up, he did the only thing you can really do. The hyena buried itself inside the dead elephant's rotting carcass with 7 of his ops just inches away. And it hid there while the lions ate. And when the lions weren't looking, the hyena made a break for it as the lions chased him and made a break for his neck. Even though it was 1 on 7, the hyena managed to escape and hand the entire team an L. But if you're from Detroit, that's nothing new. Here are some facts about lions you're probably better off knowing. The most dangerous time to be around a pride of lions is during a storm, since lions are more likely to hunt when it's darker out. Lions are basically serial killers with night vision, and they know it gives them an advantage, so as ambush hunters, they'd much rather try to catch a body when they know they have the cover of darkness to hide under. On a similar note, man-eating lions are really rare. But a lion's most likely to turn you into a news article after a full moon, because that's when they're typically at their hungriest.
Why are they
because the light of the
werewolves?
full moon eliminates their element of surprise, they experience a lower hunting success rate, which is why a lot of documented predatory attacks on humans took place after a full moon when they're at their most desperate. Lions are typically more selfish than tigers. Because where tigers in the wild are often more willing to share if 2 of them come across a meal, lions are much more cutthroat and will occasionally even snatch leftovers from cubs. Male lions don't always have manes, but sometimes females do. In 2016, researchers observed 5 lionesses that grew manes and started acting like males, even going as far as to start mounting other females.
Friggin'. There we go.
They would also frequently roar and mark their territory, 2 things that are more associated with lions rather than lionesses. And the reason was believed to be because of hormonal defects causing excessive levels of testosterone in females. Oftentimes after a successful hunt, lions will leave the immediate area to give their prey a chance to let their guard down again, which increases their success rate for the next hunt. Researchers tracking African lions noticed that more than 80% of the time, the lions would travel more than 3 miles from the kill site. Basically, lions give their victims time to process and recover from the trauma just to give it to them again. Now that's tough. Here's the biggest
Shout out
lie
to
you've been
TSU.
told from the trauma just to give it to them again. Now that's tough.
TSU.
Here's the biggest lie you've been told about lions. The king of the jungle is really a...
How did this go from elephants to talking about lions?
Yeah, he debated us. He absolutely.
And technically, he did talk about elephants for like the first bit.
Yeah, first 30 seconds.
queen. Because a lion pride is actually led by females, not the male. Lionesses are the ones that own a territory and will defend it together, while males typically
Go
leave
power.
after 2 to 3 years.
I don't know
Which means
what
the
this
females
is.
are the landlords while the males are just on leases. Sometimes that lease gets canceled along with the male. Because sometimes lionesses will gang up on elderly males and end both their time as leader and time on Earth if they feel like they're unfit to lead the pride. This male was jumped out by at least 10 of his women with what had to be considered homicidal intent. Safari workers did break it up with a fire extinguisher, but they were 100% going for blood. It doesn't get any better in zoos, in fact sometimes it's worse. In 2018, a lioness named Zuri murdered the father of her 3 cubs, and zookeepers never really figured out why. When Lion King had Nala put Simba on his back, they weren't too far off. Lionesses are all a sisterhood, and they'll even get pregnant and give birth around the same time just so they can take turns babysitting each other's kids. It also means if you mess around and piss one sister off, you'll have to see them all.
Damn.
Turns out we've been spelling it wrong. It's actually Lion King, because Simba acting like he ran the show was nothing but cat. Did you know lions are kind of racist? Lions with darker manes are considered more attractive in lion society. It's because darker manes correlate to higher levels of testosterone and better overall health. Basically, lion beauty standards mean Scar would have gotten more than he would know what to do with. And according to research done in South Africa, lions reportedly heal better from injuries and survive longer than lighter manes. Yeah, they got that part right. But it also means blonde and light-maned lions get screwed.
Bro, he looked like he posing for a photo shoot.
Yo! You know that?
He looked typical textbook light skin.
You know that thing how they're always like how dark skins do something and then how light skins do it, and then the music comes on and it's like,
yeah.
bro, what?
And that's the problem. Lighter manes are less attractive to females, meaning it nerfs their chances of having cubs of their own. And because higher testosterone makes better fighters, light manes are more likely to get bodied and vibe checked by darker manes. But dark manes don't got it easy either. Long dark hair might attract more females, but it also attracts more heat to the lion, which is why lions with black manes are more likely to have defective sperm. Remember, the reason most animals have a baby factory hanging outside is because too much heat can handicap you. So because nature's a sick joke, the same thing that helps the lion get laid can also be the same reason they can't have cubs.
It's always like that with every animal.
Nothing will grow. The more you know. Here's why trusting this monkey can get you murdered. This is a yellow baboon, and he's probably the biggest.
It looks mischievous.
Baboons have these alarm calls they'll make to warn others of danger. So if one baboon sees like a lion, it'll make the call and all the others will rush into the safety of the trees. And it turns out other animals like the antelope and the kudu have actually figured out the baboon's alarm system. So whenever they hear it and see the monkeys climbing into the trees, they take that as a sign to peace out too. Now there's 2 problems with this. The baboons know that the antelope rely on them to not get killed, but they also know that the safest lion is one that's already been fed. So now these baboons will play lookout, but instead of warning the others when they see lions hunting, not only will they stay quiet, but sometimes they'll even leave the tree and wander on the ground like nothing's wrong. That makes the antelope think they're safe. That's how they end up on Mufasa's back.
That's messed up.
And just to make
Snaky.
Hey, everybody
just
gotta
walk
do
in the streets like
do what you need to survive, bro.
it's just there like, yo, what are you doing, antelope? Hey,
Lion?
no lion. What's a lion?
Yeah,
It's like, you lied to me. Did I? My bad. I thought you said, are you lying in? I was like, no, what's a lying?
Sometimes the baboons will actually sit and watch the animals that thought they can trust them fall into the trap and get hunted down. And as long as they keep sacrificing other animals, the baboons know the lions won't come after them. It's like being a lookout but going mute when the police show up, so
Survival
you'll
of
end
the
up in cuffs.
fittest.
And since baboons historically hate big cats like lions and leopards, to the point where they'll kidnap and abort cubs because they're afraid of what they'll grow into, it's literally the animal version of working with the feds. Moral of this video: y'all called him a rat when you really could
I
just
knew
call him
it.
a baboon from bush. Here's why this lion is terrifying, and you should be too. It's being chased by a herd of Cape buffalo. They can weigh 1,300 pounds, they delete about 200 people a year, and they're so homicidal they've been nicknamed Black Death. They also
Dang.
travel in hoods of up to 200. Now, I want you to remember that number. And
I
for
could
this
rap
Cape
one
buffalo,
on
of
one.
the very few
Oh, never
animals that
mind.
will actively seek revenge on others. When a Cape buffalo is wounded by a hunter, its first response is to retreat and hide in tall grasses or brush. If you're dumb enough to follow it, then 1,300 pounds of malicious intent will ambush you and knock you to the ground. Then they'll back up and then they just wait.
I'm pretty
'Cause if
sure
you
we've
manage to get
learned
back
this
on your feet,
before.
then this Black Air Force Appa will charge and gore you again. And they'll keep this up until you just stop moving. It gets really bad when you piss off a whole herd, because then they'll form a circle around you and completely erase the option of escape. They'll keep you in that circle until one sees an opening and attempts to impale you. And the same rules apply. If you're still moving, then their job's not finished until you are. Which is why one of the most vicious animals you can hunt is an African cow from the trenches. This is why it has another nickname, Widowmaker. Because the fastest way to get out of a marriage is to tell your husband to go hunt one in the morning.
I thought
then
that
you'll
was
go
a
to bed
spider.
One human being lighter and one life insurance policy richer. This man was Joe Exotic before Joe Exotic. This is Mr. Antoine Yates. And in 2000,
I don't know who that
Yates was
is.
31. He was a construction worker, and he was the owner of an 8-week-old kitten that he kept in his Harlem housing project. As a kid, he was obsessed with animals. Sounds familiar. And when he was 3, he got his first pet, which was a hamster. It only escalated from there. As for
Stop keeping big cats or animals that are freaking deadly as pets.
In little houses.
Like,
as
I
well.
love the panther family, but you don't see me freaking adopting a black panther or a black lion or
You should.
something. Absolutely not. What do I look
Not
like?
in this house, obviously, because
Not in any house.
keep him in our neighbors. You got him.
Of course.
Could beat him through there.
Just, oh, hi, neighbor, just, can I keep a black panther in your garden?
They say no, chop off that hand and feed it to the black panther.
In 2003, Harlem police were called to his apartment to follow up on a complaint. The complaint being that Yates had a 6-foot pet alligator named Al that he kept in a tank. But when police used a periscope to look inside his apartment, this is what they saw.
Oh, is that Tiger?
That 8-week-old kitten was actually a Bengal tiger cub that grew into a 450-pound assault
And
weapon.
ate him.
His name was Ming, by the way. Antoine bought him from an animal park and was feeding him with raw chicken that he bought from a supermarket.
That's
People
bad.
didn't even start finding out about it until Yates went to a hospital with bite and claw marks and tried to say his pet pit bull did it. Here's where the story gets interesting. Apparently, Antoine had roommates in his 5-bedroom apartment that at first didn't know they were also rooming with a whole tiger.
How?
Bro, no, my thing is, yeah.
Is the tiger not raw?
My thing is,
It's like,
he has to keep that
sorry,
tiger
I was
in there.
watching Disney. Yeah, that was just a Disney.
no, so he has to keep the tiger in there, which means the tiger's gonna get frustrated because the tiger doesn't
Because
care how
it's
much
like
he's
in a
looking.
small cage, yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't matter how much you look.
That's
after
what I'm
the
saying. So
tiger.
that means the tiger clearly didn't roam around the house. It just stayed in probably
One
just
room.
his room.
Hence, why would the tiger just bite him? How did he get away if the tiger bit him?
No, like, I think he was biting him playfully because they do that.
Okay, yeah.
But because I mean, if you really wanted to buy him to eat, I don't think he would have
he's
survived
not
to go
getting
to the
away from that,
hospital.
yeah.
But yeah, they do buy to play sometimes. But I don't. How would you not know you're living with a tiger?
It's tough.
If someone had a tiger in our house,
You might not know I have got a tiger in our house.
but I'm not gonna hear the literally according to tigers have the loudest roars
Yeah, but it might not roar.
ever
Ever.
at all.
Ever.
That's impossible.
Maybe
One
they
woman
went
said She
home.
was terrified at first, but eventually got used to having her life in danger every time she came home from work.
Oh.
When Yates eventually got busted, his mom got charged.
They
as well.
arrested him.
Why? Well, it turns out she had been babysitting in the apartment at the same time that Shere Khan was still a tenant. When his neighbors were questioned, they said he had had bear cubs, rabbits, monkeys, hyenas, snakes, one llama, weird that he only had one, and even a lion cub. Remember, this started with a fucking hamster. Ming the tiger was tranquilized and sent to
Wait,
Noah's Lost Ark in
what?
Ohio. This snake's one llama. When his neighbors were questioned, they said he had had bear cubs, rabbits, monkeys, hyenas, snakes, one llama.
So he just had exotic pets coming and going out of his house.
I don't get how.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, does he sell them after a certain
Wait,
amount of
does he buy
time?
them?
I mean, I'm guessing he buys them off some type of black market, or he probably has a guy like drug
Yeah,
addict
yeah,
people
yeah.
do. But
He's not a drug addict.
that's what I'm saying. Like drug addict people do.
Okay.
I don't know why I used that analogy, but yeah.
Weird that he only had one, and even a lion cub. Remember, this started with a fucking hamster. Ming the tiger was tranquilized and sent to Noah's Lost Ark in Ohio, where he lived until 2019. Yates went on to sue the state of New York for the loss of his pets, only for a judge to curse him out of court. Moral of the story, no matter what Florida does, New York is never too far behind. Okay, we're gonna do this one last time, and I will never speak about this again.
Oh, yeah.
Black
Panthers and
Panther,
jaguars.
not an animal. Like, it ain't real. Because panther can be any one of these.
Yeah, someone.
So you got it wrong then. You just said Black Panther now.
What do you mean?
You were like,
Yeah, that's what I said. Any of the Panther families, because someone in the comments of one of his old videos let us know
yeah.
that the Panther family is actually just any big cat that has black fur.
Okay, let's see what he.
Oh no, sorry. Any big cat is a Black Panther is any big cat with black fur.
Okay.
Here. Because the word panther refers to Panthera, which is a starting lineup of cats that includes lions, tigers, jaguars, leopards, and snow leopards. We good so far? So technically, any one of these cats.
Oh,
can be called
she
a
is on
panther.
in
Now,
it
Black
as well.
Panther is just a word for any one of these cats that has a mutation that causes melanism, but it only affects 2 of them. So when you say Black Panther, you're really just talking about a dark-skinned leopard or jaguar, and it's probably a jaguar. Because the gene that causes these charcoal cats is dominant in jaguars but recessive in leopards. But technically, if a lion, tiger, or snow leopard got
that
the mutation
looks
that came out black, we
amazing.
would be able to call them Black Panthers too. Because I already know I'm finna get that one.
Bro, imagine that would look so
The
cool.
lion doesn't look tough. I think the.
Nah, I'm looking at the lion. Bro, you think
I think
the
jaguar
lion
looks
doesn't
tough.
look tough?
Nah,
Bro, the
jaguar
lion
looks
looks sick. That's a tiger.
No, I'm saying the jaguar before. Like,
Yeah, but I still like the lion. The lion looks sick.
Smart ass comment. Yes,
The tiger looks blue.
some people call this a panther. Mountain lions aren't part of the panther genus. In fact, they don't even qualify as big cats. Cougars are actually closer to your pet cat than they are to lions or tigers. So yeah, what you call a black panther is really just an emo jaguar. And if you're close enough, you'll see that even though they're black, they still have the same spot patterns that the normal ones have. If you're close enough to see that, you're probably gonna see nothing but black. I'm actually glad you said that because fun fact, pink panthers do exist. This leopard has a super rare mutation that causes the coat to appear strawberry flavored instead of the normal brownish orange with black spots. Remember the rule, if it's any one of these cats, it can be called a panther. Now this pink panther has a mutation called Arab.
remember the pink panther?
Because it's so rare, we don't really know that much about it, but it's believed that it causes the body to produce extra red or pink.
And so you know with Pink Panther and pals, right? Does the ant and Asbach come as a pair with them as well?
No idea.
Because I'm pretty sure every time I see Pink Panther, ant and Asbach here always comes with it too. You know the blue like anteater and the ant.
Did it?
Yeah. Because I always thought, for the longest time, I always thought that was a different series as well.
Wait,
but then
are
I found
you
out it
talking
was
about the
the
Pink
same.
Panther I'm talking about? With the music and the...
Yeah. I can't remember how the Pink Panther music goes now.
I don't... But it's like... Yes, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what, and then after literally right after the Pink Panther finishes, then you have like a little short, like part
I
where
don't remember
the
that.
ant and Asbach comes in.
Oh, I don't remember that. Maybe. We might need to check that out.
Animals like raccoons and coyotes. But for an animal like a leopard whose life literally depends on being able to hide, it's even rarer, and he's right there, by the way.
Oh,
I
snap.
did not see that.
Depends on being able to hide.
Yeah,
It's even
oh,
rarer. He's right there,
snap.
by the way. Though it doesn't really look pink, but it's like a pinkish hue. But since leopards qualify as panthers, that's your pink panther right there. Also, we got white panthers too. Like the colonizers' response to Wakanda, but like an actual cat. This lion has a mutation called...
The lion, the white lions.
I prefer the dark one better. I think the dark one. The white one just looks
look
like
like godfathers.
prestige.
They look like godfathers, yeah.
partial pigment loss. To be confused with being albino, which is totally...
I like white tigers though. White
One
tigers are
last time,
sick.
because y'all keep making me say it. Since they're one of these cats, you can call this a white panther and...
White panther. I was gonna say
Then
yeah.
you
So
have this
technically,
cougar
white
that was found in a
panthers
national park in
exist.
Brazil in 2013. When I say rare, it was recorded 8 years ago and never seen again.
Tigress. Sorry, I missed that.
National park in Brazil in 2013. When I say rare, it was recorded 8 years ago and never seen again.
God.
Mountain lions aren't part of the panther genus, so they have to sit at the little cat lunch table with cheetahs,
Nah.
sloth cats, and even pet cats. The more you know.
That's kind of
Did you
sad.
know that a polar bear skin is black and their fur is...
Yeah, polar bear black skin got it. Hey, go follow that guy. He's pretty cool. But listen, did you know that lions will roar as a pride to mark their territory? And these roars can last up to 40 seconds and travel for 5 miles. And since they do it together, cubs will try to join in even when they aren't old enough to roar yet. And it sounds something like this.
He actually sounds like a baby.
Yeah, you kind of have to have a good day after seeing that.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god, guys. On that note, this has been Unorthodox Reactions.
Cold.
If you're still watching with us, we still appreciate you.
Of course.
If you left early, we still appreciate you.
Of
Thank you for
course,
checking in
yes,
with us.
yes.
Make sure you look after your loved ones and stay blessed.
Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, all the good
All the
stuff.
good stuff.
And don't forget, comment, reaction, suggestions below. And we shall see you all in the next one.
Bye. Good luck at Tesco.
Sainsbury's. Asda.
Morrison.